Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com. And for everyone watching, you can share this video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with Ashbury Heights. How you guys doing today?
We're fine.
Hello, thanks. Doing okay.
It's great to have you. Now, for anyone who isn't familiar with the band, you want to start off and give us a little history about the band?
Oh, God.
Oh, that's 15 years long. Do you want to go?
Started out in 2005. So actually celebrating our 15-year anniversary right about now.
Yeah.
Actually, we
Like late summer.
Yeah, we cut our first demo in December of 2005. So it's actually coming up on the 15-year anniversary of our first release. Got signed to Out of Line 2006. Released our first album in 2007. We've released 4 studio albums and an EP since then, a few singles.
And a bunch of things online, like a YouTube project, a few covers and stuff like so.
Cool. Now I see you guys are currently working on the Ghost House sessions, and I was wondering what made you want to release that now after all this time with all the unreleased and bonus material?
Well, it felt like it was kind of it was a good time for it. The band lost its one of its main members, Taya, last year, and Ashbury Heights has always been very productive. So every time we make an album, there's usually about 35-40 songs, and then we pick the ones that fit into whatever kind of canvas we envision, and then inevitably you always end up with like a lot of songs that, you know, this is a good song, this might even be a great song, but it doesn't fit onto this album. It's too poppy, or it's too much a child of its time. It's not going to age very well, or it's too weird, or whatever. So and ever since 2008, I think, I've been having like folder on my hard drive, the Ghost House sessions, like where I just put all these things, like, okay, this doesn't work now, maybe it'll work later, I'll just, you know, tuck it away. And like for the because the band was on a kind of a hiatus, Jasmine left the band for a few years, and it took quite some time before we reformed again, because it was really hard finding another singer. And during that time, there was a lot of songs made for what later turned out to be the last 2 albums, The Looking Glass Society and The Victorian Wallflowers, which was actually supposed to be this giant double album originally. There was like so many songs written, like there was maybe 60 songs written for that album. So now that Taya quit, it was like, I looked in that folder, you know, I go through all the songs, and a lot of those songs felt like, I mean, these are good songs, and I kind of felt like I needed to get them out of my system, because they've been haunting me for a long time now. And before, like every time we make a new album, I go through that thing, and sometimes I take some stuff out. But it's been growing for so long, and now it felt like it's time to make a clean slate with our past, so that the next album can actually truly be something brand new, and not be burdened by all of these ghosts, all this baggage. So basically that's why. And also, since the band doesn't really have like a firm structure right now, partly because of the pandemic, like stuff's been there's been this natural inclination towards working online, doing like work over distance, I felt it was a good time to try working with some people that I haven't worked with before, that I would like to work with, and try to do some, like, have some guest stars on, try different collaborations, and try to take these different songs in different directions and see what we come up with. And of course, also there's a lot of stuff that we've been releasing in like semi-official capacity. We've released a lot of cover versions on YouTube because it's kind of
It's fun.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to get rights to release covers like commercially. And we've also released a lot of like tracks on various compilations and stuff like that. So it felt like it was time to like take all of this stuff and just gather it into one big box set and just like be done with it.
What you've released so far sounds amazing, especially your newest single, Wild Eyes. It's incredible.
Thanks.
I was gonna say, are you going to do a video for that song? It's a good song.
Well, yeah, we are going to do a video for it. Thing is, it wasn't really supposed to be a single. Out of Line reached out to me about putting a song on the on the compilation that they did.
Electrostorm.
Yeah, the Electrostorm compilation. They were like, "Do you have a song that we can put on this compilation? You have like a week or something like that." And this was Wild Eyes was the only song that was like in such a semi-finished state that I felt like, okay, yeah, sure, we can finish this. But then it turned out really good, and Out of Line was like, this is really good. You know what? We'll make a single of it too. And I was like, oh, okay. Because we hadn't really planned
that
for
wasn't
that.
in the plans.
Yeah. And when you do like regularly, like usually when you do a song for a compilation, that song is dead. Compilations are like you put songs on compilations because maybe you figure maybe someone will discover your band by like listening to the compilation.
Well, that's a modified truth, though.
Yeah, I mean,
there are compilations with.
I discovered a lot of bands when I listened to compilations when I was a kid, so sure. But it's also like it also usually means that the song is, it's spent, because a song that's ended up on a compilation, you don't make that a single, and you don't give that song any special attention beyond that. So we weren't really prepared for it to be like released as a single, and of course when it was released as a single, it became quite popular. It's like already. It's our third most streamed song right now, so it's made an impression, and that's super fun. But it means that we've been a bit lagging behind on the stuff like video and promotion and stuff like that. But yeah, short answer, yes.
Yes, there will be video.
Awesome. And do you have a release date for the Ghost House sessions?
No.
Pandemic.
No, I know better than to have a release date. No, but obviously it's quite a big one. It's a big project. There's a lot of stuff. Right now, I'm focusing on trying to finish all the new songs, and we'll probably keep releasing singles like well into 2021, and maybe we'll have a release of the album itself like third quarter, maybe sometime late summer next year.
Now, I know most of these were older songs. You're also recording some new songs for it?
There's gonna be like a couple of brand new songs, but no, it's like just a couple. Most of them are old, but I mean, the song as an idea is old, but I mean,
it's been reworked.
It's been reworked
1,000 times over, usually.
Updated.
Yeah.
I mean, Wild Eye started out like a kind of a trance jam in the studio in 2010. But I never wrote any lyrics for it, and I never wrote any vocal melodies for it. It was just like this instrumental track that ended up in the Ghost House folder. And last year, when I got in touch with Madel Hardis, and I was thinking about like what do I have in this folder that works with her voice, and she has this very powerful operatic voice, and it was like, okay, this one, I can kind of see this work. So I like took that track and I wrote some lyrics for it, put down some like demo vocals, and I pushed that over to her and like, okay, what do you think about this? And it, like, she loved it, and it turned out really good. But it was so basically it's maybe 50-50. It's half old, half new, kind of.
Cool. I know you released some covers recently, Cry Little Sister, People Are Strange. Do you have any more covers coming?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
You can take this one.
Can I take this
You
one?
can take this
Oh,
one.
I can talk. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. No. Yeah, we're doing more covers, and we're actually doing something as crazy as, probably, if there's time, it depends, but we were aiming for kind of a Christmas song. But you're gonna have to wait and see what that means. But we have several covers coming up, and we're working on a few of them right now. So, but we're mainly doing that because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I know you guys said you're going to have some special guests on the album. Can you tell us any of those guests?
Nope.
No, not really. It's that's going to be remain a secret. We'll probably we're going to release a few more singles before the release of the album. So there's going to be a few more with guest stars. It's a varied bunch.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how have you guys handled the whole quarantine and lockdown time?
Well,
Badly.
it depends. I think it's been worse for Anders, to be honest, because of you being in Luxembourg and, you know, moving around and stuff. And if you end up in quarantine when you're alone, it's a lot more worse for like being. I mean, me personally, as a person, I like staying at home. I like not being around people. I am very much a hidden away kind of figure. So for me, it wasn't that big of a difference. I miss doing things though, like a few gigs perhaps I was looking forward to, our own gigs, first and foremost, of course. That was a huge blow to our like live setup and all our plans. But yeah, maybe socializing in a cool club with cool friends. Few friends. That's been hard, but otherwise I've been pretty fine, to be honest, me personally.
Yeah, I was stuck in a lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was stuck in lockdown in Luxembourg for 4 months. So 4 months in the same like tiny little apartment, with like no social contacts at all for between March and June.
I'm sorry, the slobbering sound is my huge dog drinking water. So I'm sorry, it turns kind of splashy splooshy. Yeah, it's that sound. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're good. So now I'm going to ask, touring is April. You guys going to get out and play some shows?
Don't want to like, don't dare to hope for shows right now. Like, I mean,
Jesus Christ, Picard. Picard. Psst, det räcker. Sorry.
There we go.
No. Yeah, sorry, keep going.
I was talking, say, maybe like next year or something.
Yeah, no, I mean, if we're lucky, there's gonna be we might have some shows like late summer, maybe. There we go. It's time to.
I have to do a thing.
Time to do the camera thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Then the dog.
Keep talking.
The dog has time to finish the water. There we go. He's done. Yeah. I haven't from what I heard about like gigs next year, it's
a bit so.
It's touch and go. It's too early to say that we're definitely going to be able to do some gigs, but obviously we really hope we will be, because there was a lot of cool gigs lined up for this year that all got canceled. So
yeah,
we were really looking forward to doing our first gigs in Canada, and we had some gigs in Finland that was going to be really fun.
Berlin.
So yeah, no, it's a shame, obviously, but I mean we stay isolated until it's safe to come out again, obviously.
And everyone else should do that too.
Yes. I want to ask, have you guys ever played the United States?
No. We've had some offers over the years, but it's
infuriatingly expensive.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just to get from Sweden to the States back, like get there and go back, like it costs exorbitant sums of money. So it's just never been financially viable. Like to make it financially viable, we would have to make it a tour so that there would be some kind of economies of scale.
Yeah, would have to have like a circulating income to keep everything floating.
But usually when we get offers, it's usually from festivals or something like that, and it's just like for the one gig, and it's really hard to make it work financially.
Yeah.
So, but we really hope, like, I mean, we really would like to. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of like lovely fans in the States, and have a lot of friends in the States, some of which I haven't met in like years, and some of which I've never met. So it would be wonderful to be able to come over.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of fans in the States, so hopefully someday you can make that happen.
Hopefully.
Now, if people want to find you online, look you up, get your music, how do they do that?
Oh, Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp,
Deezer, Amazon Music.
Pretty much anywhere you can stream or buy music. And for anyone not using that, there's always the option of like the auto-generated tracks on YouTube. And then of course we have our YouTube channel. It's small and humble, but we have lots of fun over there. A bit more personal things. Like we talk about tracks, we talk about tours, we release covers and other things. So we're just basically everywhere.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, all over the social media, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to.
Yeah.
Actually, you just got a Twitter account again because we had to, because Spotify forced us to. But we've we're bad at tweeting, so I don't know. But yeah, we try.
Yeah. It's like we creep out of the shadows just to post a picture and say something, and then we creep right back into the shadows again. We're not very good at staying online and keeping up with the chatter and stuff. It's not our thing.
I didn't like Twitter at first too much myself either, but it's really helped me with my. It really is a good platform.
Yeah. I can imagine.
It's just that it's like.
It's tedious.
When you go on Twitter, you usually like you open yourself up to a lot of drama, and we've done Twitter before. I think we quit our account like back in 2008 or 9.
I think we quit it as soon as we got it. To be honest, I can barely remember having one.
We did tweet for a while, like back when we did more gigs, and
probably.
Back when I did this as a full-time job, I did tweet, but I'm out of shape. I might take you. I might take you up on that suggestion.
You're out of tweeting shape.
Yeah.
Still less drama than Facebook, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, we're old geezers in that way.
So I want to ask, when do you think you'll be releasing another single? Would you think?
Well, it's interesting like this because Wild Eyes kind of disrupted all plans. Kind of. We have a new YouTube thing coming up. We're going to release a cover soon. I don't think we'll be releasing another single before it's gonna be next year.
Yeah.
But maybe in January, February, thereacross.
We have to decide on which single to release because there's a bunch to choose from. So.
Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, we've been talking about it back and forth and like weighing one against the other and stuff. So we really should figure that out first before we release anything. So maybe next year, early next year, hopefully.
Hey, that's a good thing when you have really good material and have to pick a release. That's a good
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's I mean it's not always like.
It's not the standard case.
Yeah, and I mean it's not necessarily so that we are the best people to decide what is a good single or not, because I would have never picked Wild Eyes as a single, for example. It just turned out that way. So you know.
There are no mistakes, just happy accidents.
Yeah, we need to ask for. We're gonna have a round of feedback from the label.
We're gonna need our guru and stuff. Yeah.
Now I ask, are you guys involved in any other projects? Because I know so many bands do side projects and stuff. So
I try to keep focused on obviously these days I have a day job, and like that takes up a lot of my time. So I try to stay focused on like musical endeavors that feel really truly meaningful when I do have the time for it. So I don't do a lot of side gigs.
And I too have a day job, but I don't talk about it publicly. Let's just keep it at that. It takes a lot of my time, and I've been away from music for a long time, but I just managed to spend a lot of money on things, so I have a reason to get back to Javelin, because Javelin has been resting in a grave somewhere for a long time. Haven't felt inspired or like felt the urge to create something for myself, not musically anyway, but I'm slowly finding my way back. So there's that, and then there are other things, but they're secret.
now, Ashbury Heights, where would you like to see the band maybe in a few years from now?
That's a good question.
Oh dear me.
I just like, it's hard to. I don't
I don't dare think about the future anymore.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
when you go at it for this long, you kind of stop thinking about where you'd want to be. Like every chance of releasing more music, of making more music, and
playing more music,
and getting that music out to people to be heard is like a really nice thing.
Yeah.
So I'm genuinely just happy to be able to still be making music and still have an audience that actually listens to it. And we've actually been growing like the last few years. Like streaming has been really good to Ashbury Heights. We've had we have a good growth like on streaming services, and we've actually found like a broader audience in later years. I don't know if maybe we're starting to become nostalgic, so that's why I don't know. But it's I mean it's just like it's a blessing to still be able to make music and be heard. So
I think it's more like you start to appreciating what you've actually been able to do. Like you start reminiscing, like two old farts. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, you start reminiscing about, oh, I remember that tour or that gig or that when we recorded that song, or it could be anything really. And you're just happy you're able to make another album. And you know the future can be iffy. Like, I mean, just in January, we were on tour with Massive Ego. And I mean, we barely ended that tour before Corona was a thing. So, I mean, we were at the airports going home in February, and people were like wearing masks, and this was a big scary thing. So, I mean, with this pandemic and everything in mind, you really start to like, I'm not going to fantasize too much about the future because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, this year definitely didn't turn out as planned.
No, everything just upended on itself. So, we're careful about the future.
Well, glad to hear you guys are staying focused and keeping going and releasing new music, because here in the States, they play your songs at the goth clubs all the time, like Spiders.
Woo!
That's great to hear.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah.
So it's regular, you guys are regularly played, so that's awesome.
Cool. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, it was good having you and talking with you, and everyone look them up.
Yay!